What's up, traders? It's Nico, Inefficient Market with MIC. Today's my trading recap for today, Wednesday, November 14. I'm not licensed. I'm not registered. This is not investment advice, even if it sounds like investment advice. If I'm mumbling or I'm slow right now, it's because I'm tired. It's a late night recap, and I've been up since before 5 a.m. my time, California time. So yeah, let's jump into it. I wanted to start out by saying that I had this awesome experience today where I was bored during lull, and I kind of posted in chat that asking if anyone wanted to do a voice chat over Slack and to thread me, and I got some responses, so that was really cool. And I just went straight down the list. Shout out to Ryan, Andrew, Paul, Vic. I had some awesome conversations with you guys. I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to doing this on a regular basis, just kind of randomly when I feel up to it. I'll set aside maybe an hour a day, and I'll just post in chat, kind of like I did today. Just say like, "Hey, anyone want to connect over Slack chat, Slack audio or video?" It works kind of like Skype. It's very easy to use. You just right click someone's name, and then we can connect to them. Call them up. So that was really fun, and I look forward to doing it some more. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. My trade recaps for today. I traded LMFA is what I started with off the open. I think they had earnings out in pre-market. As you can see, this is just a total. I mean, this is a known pig. This company is just yeah. So they give back a lot when they push, and as you can see, we've got a lot of wicks on the daily. Whenever you got big volume days, it tends to give back and cannot tends to not hold its gains too well. Lots of wicks, wick. Yeah, so that's the story there. So it was gapping up in pre-market a little bit, and I was looking to fade it. But interestingly, neat enough, on the pre-market session, here we go. Let's move me somewhere else. By the way, I just learned how to move me, which is really cool because now, before I had it blocking the far right volume bars, so now I can move me around, so I'm not blocking anything good, and it takes me a little time. Sometimes I miss the obvious. I'm pretty good at missing the obvious, so sometimes it takes me a little time to catch the obvious. Like for example, also if you check out my earlier recaps that I've done, videos that I've done, you'll notice that I'm wearing headphones, which is kind of funny because I don't even need headphones to record this. It's just a microphone, but just a creature of habit. It's just like trading. So much of what we do, so much of what I do inside and outside of trading is so habitual. It's humorous. So I always like focusing on habits, especially trading. Great. Well, let's check this out. So in pre-market, interesting. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yeah. So we were here in pre-market on the gap up, and I saw these lower highs and these lower lows, and I was like, okay, cool. But we're here on VWAP, we're kind of under it, over it, under it, over it, under it, and then we're kind of maintaining these lows right here on 208, just below. We're kind of keeping those. We're kind of holding this level here, kind of acting like what was formerly resistance is now support a little bit. And I was thinking, you know what, if we stand up off these highs right into the open, I was like, we might get a spike. So I was thinking spike off the open. That was my play. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to do what I normally don't do, and I'm going to get long right here. So I got long right here at around 210 average. And awesomely enough, my plan worked out just nicely. And I ended up selling off the open, the long position. And then I ended up selling some more to get short because I had some located in pre-market. And I ended up selling some more short here, add to winner. And I think I basically made about 30 cents on the long and about 35 cents on the short. So about 65 cents on the name, which was really good. I could have held it and caught some more fade, but I just locked in the easy meat and moved on. And that was basically that trade. Let's see though, as you can see, yeah, we did end up fading a lot more. I covered the last of it in the mid 1.9s, and we hit as low as 1.65. So I could have made another 30 cents if I was really trying to squeeze everything out of it. But I guess I didn't feel like watching LMFA all day, and I moved on to what did I move on to? I moved on to GBR, and that was the same. So this is an interesting one too. This is kind of a similar thing to LMFA. This is like a known kind of sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. This is like a known piggy also, and this is also an earnings thing. And as you can see, we tend to get back. We got some top wicks on some days giving back, so it's having some issues maintaining some moves, and that. So, anyways, I was looking to fade it off the open. No, I wasn't. It was moving after. So after I did my LMFA trade, I started looking into this one, and I noticed we were ramping up, and I just figured it was reeked of a whole bunch of BS. So I was just looking to fade it, and that's what I did. So we pushed off the open. We got up here. We ran as from 12.15 all the way to 2.7s high up here, and I started in a little too early in the 2.5s, short, and then we pushed up, and I got short some more, sold some more in the 2.6s, high 2.6s, and got a nice short position on this thing. This is a pretty thin name, just like LMFA, but I timed it nicely pretty well, and then we slammed down, got our slam candle under VWAP, and I started cover, and that was that. That was a great trade. I locked in my, what is it, 20, 25 cents, something like that, 30 cents maybe on some of the top and bottom sells and buys. But when we bounce back up here to test the high, test this range, it's mostly just not the wicks, but we're mostly testing where these candles close and open here, where the bodies are, not the wicks. As you can see, that's where these wicks form when we went up there and tested that level right there. I got short a little too early on that, but I didn't know what was going on, and I already had such a good trades on LMFA, and this was adding to my kitty for the day, and I was basically like, all right, that's a wrap for today. I got my morning treasure I found, and I'm off to float in the ocean a little bit. But what I'm trying to say is, like, the majority of the time I make my profit in the morning, in the first hour and a half. So that's what I did today. And then it's like I tend to slow down. I try and press less buttons, and if something sets up later on in the day, then it's willing to risk. I have edge, etc. Then I'll put some capital at play and put it to work and put it at risk. But other than that, I'm just looking for mostly a scalp, depending on the time of day. Later on in the day, but much more flexibility for me in my rules off the open. Anyways, so I let it go, but it ended up being a sweet spot to resell and slam down under VWAB, come back up test, and it said no, and too much supply came in, and we ended up breaking these lows here at the 2.3s and coming down to the lower 2.3s, high 2.8s, and fading off. And that's what the name did the rest of the day. Just kind of gave back the entire move. Just kind of funny earnings play, and a whole bunch of volume and chasers came in here, and that's the way that story wrote. PCG later on. Let's see what happened here. Again, so like I was saying, I already made my money off LMFA and GBR off the morning, but I smelled opportunity on this. This was an interesting one. This is the wildfire play off the wildfire. So we've done a big drop off the 49s, 49 and a halves, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions. We've gone as low from 49 and a half all the way down to 22 and a half. I mean, just huge. Look at this volume. I mean, just massive supply. These are big gaps, man. Personally, I think there was a lot of longs in here, especially on this wicked candle here, and I think they were trying to bounce it, these two candles, and I think they got punished pretty hard on today, and that's why we saw some print significantly lower down to 22 and a half. But let's check out the intraday. I'll share with you my plan, and we'll go from there. So yeah, so we were downtrending. We hit this high up here, 29.2 28.8, and then kind of fell back into the range. And then we come down, kiss VWAP, come back up, reclaim it, trend up for a while, but we just can't get above. You see these wicks, you see how these candles close these bodies here, and then we get a wick, we stand up, but it kind of stuffs, gives back, gets stuffy, and then it really stuffs and falls back right into that range. That's exactly where, no coincidence, that we tested this level here on these two candles, and we just couldn't, there's just too much, supply said, look, the market zigs and it zags, it goes up and down, and it's a function of supply and demand. So when markets go up, in my mind, there's only one reason. It's because there's more demand than there is supply for the prices in play, and the inverse. When markets go down, it's because there's more supply than demand for the prices in play. And this is no different. So some supply came in, and we sold off. And from ever since then, you notice we sold off right there, but it's also a break of these higher lows here, this trend that formed off this low at that point. Interesting, you could draw a line here, and as soon as price violates it, look what happens shortly after. This stuff's very easy, so you don't need to make it complex, guys. Oh no, Sterling's barfing on me. Shit, it's doing that late night thing. Let me give it a chance to see if... Fuck. I waited too late to do my recap. Alright, this is going to be a short recap. Oh fuck, I can't even move it now. Damn you, Sterling. Oh, I had this sick washout long. Anyways, this thing, I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. We washed out long. We slipped under this 25 level, and once we did, candles actually started speeding up to the downside, and we halted because it was just too much too quickly, down too much too fast, and it tripped the circuit breaker, and we halted. Before that halt, I actually had a play in mind, and I was thinking that there would be a long scalp soon, because I was seeing that these candles were starting to speed up, and I was thinking if we got down to 23 or sub 23, we would see a I can't get cancel. If I do, I'll lose the chart. But I wasn't sure. I was contemplating the trade idea in my head, and then we halted at around 24 or 23.50, maybe 23.50 if I'm remembering correctly. It's hard to tell now with the chart. I can't access it, but once it halted, then I got conviction on my idea, and then I really liked my idea, because I was like, okay, now I have the same idea, except I'm going to play off the halt. So when we resume, I'm looking for some supply. I'm looking for us to dip down depending on where we resume at. If we resume at 23.50 where it halted, then I'm looking for it to, supply come in, sell down to 23, sub 23 maybe, and get long a scalp in there and bounce it. And bounce it for a reversal, just because this was so much selling, so much supply coming in all the way. And we were really starting to see some volume. You can't see it now because I shouldn't have moved this here. But those candles were really speeding up to the downside, and the volume was really coming in also. If we resumed after we halted, and we resumed at 23 or sub 23, same plan. I'm looking to long it, and bounce it. And so that's what we did, except we resumed. When we resumed, we actually resumed pretty much where it halted. But just like I was planning for, the supply came in, and we did go down to 23. When we went down to 23, I went long, and then we went all the way down to, I can't show you on this damn chart right now. But yeah. So we went down, I think I was down like 40 cents on it roughly at low a day, and I was actually just starting to place orders to try and get filled down there. But in the blink of an eye, before I could get filled to add, it shoved all the way right back up to my average, and then in another blink of an eye, I was up like 50 cents, 55 cents on that trade, and I just punched out and took my quick profit, because that was my trade on the name. That's what my plan was. So sorry, now I know I can't make recaps this late, or else I'm going to be dealing with this. So sorry for the trouble, but hopefully this video was useful to you guys. I appreciate all you guys are doing, all your support. I appreciate you guys watching it, your comments. I love the thumbs up. I read all the comments, so if you enjoy them, let me know. If you have any feedback for me, you think I should do them differently, let me know. I love the interactions very much. So thanks for all your support, guys, and I'll see you in chat. Bye. What the fuck? It won't cancel. Pause. What the hell is going on? I am so confused. I can't end this video? Oh my god, Sterling, what are you doing? What the hell? Fucking amazing. Alright. Oh.